What is up, Stud Squad? It is Logan, or Republic Studs, and welcome to my top 10 LEGO Star Wars Revenge of the Sith minifigures LEGO has ever made. Now, in this video, I am going to be basing my personal favorite LEGO Star Wars Revenge of the Sith figures purely based off of looks. Now, I will not be doing unnamed characters in this video solely because there are so many good clone troopers, and I'm going to just make an entirely separate video for the best clone troopers because there are honestly just so many, and if I did that, I will make up the list. But clone characters that are named will indeed be included on this. But with that said, I'd really appreciate your subscription, maybe like up the video, and let's get right on into it. Now, first up at number 10, it is Anakin Skywalker in his transformation process. Now, obviously, you know, Anakin Skywalker, otherwise known as Darth Vader, came out back in this 2017 set in Darth Vader's transformation, and I think this figure is absolutely sick. Now, this was Anakin before he got his Darth Vader armor. This was him all burnt up, and I think compared to the previous versions they've had of this design and character, I think they did an amazing job with this. From the legs, I think they probably could have done it differently, but I really like the way they did, like, you know, the silver for 4 of the legs, because, you know, they have to print somewhere. And just the skin ripping, like the way they did his chest and everything looks really, really good. The detail is insane, and it just feels like such a clean figure, which I think is why I like it here. But yeah, that is Anakin or Darth Vader battle damaged. Next up, we have cloned Captain Jag. Now, Captain Jag was obviously over the Battle of Coruscant, I believe. He was shot down. But yeah, so the reason I chose him over all the other pilots is, 1, because he's named, because, you know, I said I'm only doing named characters. And 2, I really, really like the blue markings on Captain Jag. I think they're great. I think they're amazing for if you have some sort of ship where you're, like, loading up 501st troopers, like if you have, say, a Republic gunship and you just want to be a 501st trooper gunship. And obviously the torso is nice. We've seen them before. They pop around a lot. But I certainly, again, like Captain Jag, came out back in 2010 for Revenge of the Sith set. I believe the ARC 170. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he also came out in another set. So you guys can tell me that one down below, because I'm not 100% sure. But let's get into the next pick. Next up, we have Clone Trooper Commander Gree. Now, this is the one, I guess, with the gray line on his leg as opposed to the green line. It doesn't really make that big of a difference, but anyway, there is a difference. So Commander Gree is one of the coolest clone trooper designs by far, 2014 style. I believe the only clone captain in the 2014 realistic style. Now, this guy came out in 2 different sets. He came out back in the Turbo Tank as well as, I believe, the AT-AP. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, so Commander Gree comes with some nice, sick-looking leg printing. Move up, he has in the belt printing, I guess that's what we'll call it. His torso printing looks very nice. Printed on top of that is his silver helmet, which is really cool. I love the silver helmets with the dark green. Amazing clone trooper. I think he's in my probably top 5, if not top 10 clones just ever made. He's just that neat looking. And let's move into his general. At number 6, we have Luminara Unduli. Now, this one is her version back in 2016 in the Republic Turbo Tank. Now, this came with a few other people, but this set was loaded with amazing figures. Luminara, I have owned this one in the past. I think I traded it, but I love the brown version so much better than the Clone Wars black version. The headdress is not a new piece, but is certainly in a different color, which is neat. The head print is absolutely phenomenal. I believe there's an angry side as well. Move down to the torso and legs. It just blends in absolutely perfectly. I love this figure. It's a great figure. I really think it's really cool. And that's why I have it here at number 6. Now, at number 5, we have the head Wookiee Chief Tarfful. Now, Chief Tarfful is a cool figure. Now, obviously, the big reason that Chief Tarfful is up here is for his absolutely fantastic mold. This mold for Chief Tarfful is great. Better than Chewbacca's, obviously. So, obviously, you have his head. He has this, like, weird, like, little hairdo up top. It kind of reminds me, actually. I wonder if they took the Solo Chewbacca design inspired from this design. But yeah, anyway, his shoulder pads are, like, one of the neatest things. I love the way they have, like, you know, the metal shoulder pads molded on there. I think since he's more of an obscure character, he'd be a lot harder to do, but LEGO executed it perfectly. You know, obviously he has his bandoliers all around. Leg printing, I believe, is the same as Chewie's. I believe he has arm printing, and maybe I'm thinking of another Wookiee. But nonetheless, Chief Tarfful came out back in 2014, and I believe he came out later on. And he's just a super cool figure and Wookiee warrior. Next up, we have the Unlimited Power Man. It is Chancellor Palpatine. Now, this came all the way back in 2012. in the Emperor Palpatine's arrest set. Now, this is the only, like, movie-style version we have of him in this particular outfit. I think we should get a new version. We got him in this for Clone Wars appearance, but, you know, nothing like this. Anyway, he comes with his dual-sided head. He has one with his nice senator look, and another with his, you know, shriveled face from the lightning. You know, this guy came with a golden lightsaber. He came with his lightning. He's just super cool. I also really like the torso print. It's nice. I mainly just want to include it in here at number 4 because, you know, it's just such a cool... I love this design in the movie, and for Palpatine, the red looks amazing, especially on the Sith. I wish we saw that more in the original movies. But anyway, it's great. I love that, and let's move into our next pick. At number 3, we have Aayla Secura. Now, Aayla Secura came out back in 2017 in the Republic fighter tank. Now, Aayla is a really cool figure. This was the first time we got a Aayla Secura in the realistic style before we got her in a Clone Wars variant back in the Turbo Tank in 2008, I believe, or 2009. And this variant's just amazing. I think the blue on it, I don't know what shade of blue this is, but it works so well on the character. The torso, the figure itself just looks like it's an aesthetically pleasing figure. The headdress type thing is printed all the way around, and I really credit them, like with the brown stripes and everything. And the side printing on the, you know, head mold, it looks super cool. The face print is awesome. I actually believe I use it. You know, you could just stick this head and you could, you know, put it on a Rebel Trooper and make the female Twi'lek Rebel Troopers like from Battlefront. And it just works amazingly. This is a great alien, great addition. And let's get into number 2. At number 2, we have Quinlan Vos. Quinlan Vos is a fantastic figure. This came out back in 2016. That's the reason I got the Turbo Tank, honestly. Not for the Turbo Tank, just a nice figure. I love this character. He's so obscure. I'm really glad LEGO did him along with Luminara. Like, it's so underrated, by the way. But yeah, so he came out in one set, again, back in 2016. You'll just notice, I'll let you observe for yourself, the torso printing looks superb. The hair piece is amazing, and everything else about him is just awesome. Now, our honorable mention before we get into our number 1 pick, I chose General Grievous. Now, I didn't exactly put him on here because he's, like, weird. He's, like, not exclusive to this 100%. He's been in Clone Wars. He's been in, like, General Grievous' speeder bike, which is a Clone Wars set, and he has been in, you know, Revenge of the Sith. So he's not exclusively Revenge of the Sith, which is why I didn't put him up here. But he's cool nonetheless. I think he deserved some sort of mention on here just because it's a nice figure. And it's also not 100% a figure, per se. It's, like, you know, a build. And I don't want people getting mad at me, so I put it at number 11, or, you know, our honorable mention. But let's move into our number 1 pick. At number 1, we have Anakin Skywalker. Now, this is him in his 2012 appearance from Emperor Palpatine's arrest. Now, this guy actually goes for a good chunk of money because, specifically, of his face print. This is a very hard-to-get figure. It came out in one set, and this one face print, particularly his, like, you know, smiling, more, like, face print, is very hard to find. You know, even with the new Anakin we got, he has his very angry face print, and then he has his, you know, normal face print, and then, like, with the pilot, you know, it has his little antenna. But this was the, like, one without the little, you know, command microphone whatever piece. But yeah, anyway, you can really determine for yourself what's cool about him. I like it. I like the cape. I like everything about him. And Anakin Skywalker is just an amazing figure. But yeah, that is my top 10 LEGO Star Wars Revenge of the Sith minifigures. Should I continue this series into the prequel? Should I do Clone Wars, Rebels, all of the other things? I know it's not as exciting as a series. I know it's not as popular. We'll see how Revenge of the Sith goes. But yeah. So also I want to remind everyone that we have some new merch, including stuff related to Revenge of the Sith. So if you like Revenge of the Sith, we have an Obi-Wan design with Hello There. We also have a 501st Trooper design, so you can check that out, as well as True Jedi, which is pretty sick. So yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome. Looks like I have 15 more seconds with you, so I'm going to ask you all to hit that little button somewhere over there. Also, watch one of these videos. They're really cool. Click on that right now. Also, I have merch, so if you want to check that out, it's down the stairs in the description, and I will see you all in the next one.